Okay, what is up, YouTube? And welcome back to part 4 of our Let's Build a Starship. Today we are working on a shield generator, which for those who don't follow science fiction, is a way to generate a magical force bubble, which will protect your ship from incoming projectiles. Fun. This is going to be another model like the last one, because it's going to involve a lot of circles. My favorite. Here you can see me doing the same thing 10 different ways and trying to decide which way I want to do it, which doesn't make sense at all, which is probably why I did it. Yeah. So here we are, just using the elevate tool to raise that up, and we're doing kind of the same thing we did on the last one, which is building kind of 4 connector struts. And I'm just counting over there. See, the circles in Sketchup are actually 24-sided polygons. So you can, which is actually a lot better than if they were circles, because you can do a lot more stuff, and you can connect to circles, and it's pretty cool, and it works pretty well. Now, here I'm just going around the edge, connecting them. I'm building kind of struts, sort of, to connect each pole to the next pole, or strut to the next strut. I don't know. Now, let's see. Here I am, just trying to figure out how deep we want these struts, and today, or rather, when I recorded this, was the most pain in the butt day recording session ever. I don't know why. I made sure not to lose focus on the window, but Bandicam kept failing, which is exactly why I stopped using Bandicam. So basically there's going to be a lot of jumpy sections, which is where I realized that I've been working for 5 minutes and it hasn't been recording. So I literally, the first time I did it, I had almost all of the model done. And I look up, and the counter's not there. And I look at the video, and it recorded 10 seconds of it. Of my making something which took about half an hour. So I had to delete half an hour's progress. Most fun thing ever. And I kept doing that over and over and over again. Here I am, just elevating those sections out to give it more dimension. More dimension words. So yeah, I'm just connecting each section like that. See, the idea is behind this is I don't know what my idea was, but I get kind of these ideas in my head, which then I just kind of try out, and usually they turn out working pretty well. So now I'm going to build up even higher, so I'm just using the circle tool to go out to the edge to kind of cut off those outer edges, so we just have this normal circle, and now I'm using the offset tool to go in quite a bit and go up again. And as you can see, it came out with a bunch of lines, but that's still a circle. That's the 24-sided polygon. I gotta figure out what that's called. 24-sided polygon is a bidecaquadratagon? I don't know. That's probably completely wrong. So, continuing, we're just adding more kind of support struts, which will support the central column, which is I kind of pictured that as the area where the shields actually erupt from, and then the rest of this is kind of like the focuser. And I just realized afterwards that this whole thing looks like a tower in a medieval castle. Afterwards, when I was looking at it, I mean, like, that looks like kind of like the what are those things called? The little gaps in the walls that archers would shoot out of. And it's kind of weird. I didn't notice that when I was recording. So here I am going around the edges. This was actually about the part I got up to when I realized that Fraps had only, or not Fraps, Bandicam had only been recording for about 30 seconds. And so it was a complete pain in the butt. But basically, we're just kind of going around everywhere, adding those little touches, and it just stopped recording again, so I had to restart it. And when you restart Bandicam, not only do you have to restart Bandicam, but you also have to restart Sketchup. Pain in the butt. Anyway, so here we're going around the edges and just kind of touching everything up, making the clipping look better. And then I decide to erase the clipping altogether and just have the kind of arc things flush with the top. So here we are using the offset tool again to offset even more inwards and building up slightly, and then we're doing the same kind of reduction cone shape. Cone reduction? I don't know what that's called. I'm calling it a cone reduction from now on. And it's starting to look like a bit of, you know, a shield generator. Plus a castle. A shield. It's like, oh. You could probably make a story out of that. Like, a castle, like a science fiction castle, has like a shield generator in it. That'd be so cool. In case you didn't notice, I'm a complete nerd. Yeah, so here we are, just going around the edge using the elevate tool to create kind of this weird ridge around the edge, which I pictured as being kind of the primary focuser of the shield beam array thing. So, yep, we're almost done with this section, and Fraps failed 3 times when I was doing the thing. So here we are, already on to the erase step. Just kind of erasing everything, and since this is a pretty big model, there was a lot to erase, and Fraps just failed again, or not Fraps. Bandicam failed again. I think I had, in the 20 minutes of recording time, I had 8 separate videos. Each one, like, and about half of them were only like 30 seconds long. So it's pretty bad. Now, as you can see, I'm kind of erasing those, and it's looking more and more like a castle. And then I started erasing those lines on the arcs, and I decided not to make the arcs 3D because I thought it looked kind of cooler as just like these paper thin planes. So I left it as is because I thought it looked pretty cool. And here we are onto the paint step, I believe. Maybe? Yes? No? Yes? Okay. And once again, as per everything on the starship, the whole starship is going to be detail color of red and bulk color of dark gray. So here we are, just adding a ton of detail color, more than I thought would look good originally. But then when I finished it, I looked back and I thought, hey, that looks really good. Yeah, so here we are. That's pretty much done. And here we are going to the size up phase. And that's it. That is our completed shield generator / castle, science fiction castle key. So once again, feel free to like / fave / subscribe, because if you subscribe, it makes me motivated to do more. That's it.